Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're playing Affinity, but while we might be playing Thoughtcast and Refurbished Familiar, you'll notice that there's no Mirror Enforcers in this deck. This comes from a 5-0 list, and this person is playing 4 of Sneaky Snacker, which I do enjoy. Whenever you draw your third card in a turn, you can return it from the... You have to return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Combining that with Spellstutter Sprite. Spellstutter Sprite and Sneaky Snackers are both fairies, so you can use Spellstutter Sprite as counterspells in this deck. We're also playing 4 Deadly Dispute, 3 Eviscerer's Insight. Those can sacrifice the Sneaky Snacker and get it back immediately if you cast it on your turn, because that's going to add 2 more cards to your full draw. You got the 3 cards, etc., etc. We also have Lembas here over Ichor Wellspring, which is an interesting choice, but we're going to run with it. It can gain you life by sacrificing it. And then it just gives you infinite fodder for the Deadly Disputes and Eviscerer's Insights, basically, as you're going to get it back over and over and over. Refurbished Familiar to kind of shut down your opponent. We have 3 Blood Fountains to put the Refurbished Familiars onto the battlefield quickly, also cast Thoughtcast quickly. And then a removal spell split of Galvanic Blast and Cast Down with Knowledge Spellbombs in the main deck and Makeshift Munitions to end the game. The Krark-Clan Shaman plus Toxin Analysis combo is pretty sweet here because you can just sacrifice 1 artifact, wipe the board, but not kill any of your creatures because you've only got flyers other than the Krark-Clan Shamans. The sideboard has another Krark-Clan Shaman and then some red and blue elemental blasts. Cast into the fire for the mirror, so no Gorilla Shaman, just cast into the fire. And you've got Toxin Analysis to go up to 4 Toxin, 4 Krark, and then some Lose Focus in the sideboard. Interesting to see no Gorilla Shaman, but we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to try out some Fae Affinity. If you are interested in sideboard guides for the decks that I like to play, that's all on patreon.com/kalikaiz. And if you want early access to videos, that's on the YouTube page for the join. Also, make sure to like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this deck and whether or not it was a cool vid. And check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. Let's go ahead and hop into the matches. All right, round 1. We're on the draw versus QWERTY. We have 2 lands. We have Nile Spellbomb, Refurb. Our opponent's on Dismal Backwater. I have no idea what that means. That is a weird land to be playing in today's day and age. But we can turn to Refurb them. So we probably lead on the blue-black land. And then we'll go Spellbomb, Refurbished Familiar. We have double Snackers to follow it up. They could have a counter, I guess. I think I'm just going to play the Refurb because I'm a little bit afraid of a Spellstutter Sprite for some reason. They use a Lose Focus. Some sort of control deck. Probably not fairies. They play an AK. It could just be like a Teachings deck. So we'll go Spellbomb, Refurbished Familiar, almost said Snacker. Discard another card, please. Then we'll play out the this black land, and pass the turn. They have 4 mana, so they could cast Teachings now. Let's start by attacking. And then I think I'm going to play out 1 Sneaky Snacker. Is this a Devious Cover-Up? It might exile my creature, if that's the case. Devious Cover-Up. Yep, it gets exiled. So they're on Teachings Control. I guess we probably want to get rid of this Devious Cover-Up at some point. Let's get in again. Lay out the Lembas. We're looking for a land here. Okay. Play the land. Now I can pass the turn. If they cast a 1-drop, I'll Sprite it. They cast a Teachings. So here, because Teachings is in the graveyard and Devious Cover-Up as well, I'm going to probably Spellbomb them. They grab and Exclude. All right, I'll Spellbomb you. That gets rid of their Devious Cover-Up forever and also gets rid of the Teachings. They have 4 cards in hand. We have a Galvanic Blast. We'll attack in. I'm going to try... So I have a couple of options. I'm going to try the Snacker. Should probably tap this land. Leaving up your duels later is good, I think. Do you want to exclude my Snacker? They don't. Okay, so let's Pass the turn. They cast the Teachings. It's Deadly Dispute the Sneaky Snacker. They have to have a counterspell. Otherwise, my Snacker comes right back. We know they have Exclude in hand. They use the counterspell. That sort of stinks. I mean, right now, I guess I should just dome them with the Galvanic. Maybe they're going to grab something to gain life. Let's see what they get off this Teachings. They grab an AK. Let's 4U. Now they're at 11, soon to be 9. If we get the munitions on the table, we can threaten just lethal. AK in hand. Land. Play the munitions. Another counterspell. That's pretty good. All attack in. We're getting kind of toasted here. They play the accumulated knowledge. I wish I had one of these fairies on the table, because then the Spellstutter Sprite could actually work. I'm going to crack the Lembas in case I can put it back in the deck. And I'm looking for like a spell bomb. There's the Lembas. Play the Lembas. They're going to Teachings again, or Devious cover up this. Wow. Okay. Put you to 7. Their last card, they have 1 unknown and Exclude in hand. 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they cast the Teachings, they can't cast the Exclude. We find a Refurb. They can exclude the Refurb though. Let's attack in. Put you to 5. I'm going to Spellstutter Sprite in response to the Teachings, I think. Yep. Teachings. Let's just put the Sprite on the table. I guess they could have some sort of sweeper. That's an instant. Okay. Well, that was a bad play then. Grabs the Suffocating Fumes. I should have done it after they got their card. Dang. They draw 3 cards with Lorien revealed. Well, we can attack in. Then they use the Fumes. We Eviscerator's Insight one of our creatures. Okay. Blast, sacrifice this, draw 2 cards. That was a lucky draw. Snacker comes back. I guess that wasn't that good. Okay. We have 3 fairies. Oh, this is sick. Spellstutter Sprite the Fumes. Very nice. Wow. It makes me look pretty good, like I did that on purpose. Get in for 1. We have 4 damage on the table. Wow. Cast a Refurb. That was huge. I'll cast a Snile Spellbomb. And I guess I'm passing. Wow. So Snacker was OP there after drawing the Spellstutter Sprite. I can't believe that turn of events. Okay, they have a Drown in Sorrow. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, they have Exclude. Uh-oh. They've got the Bajuka Bog. That's pretty mean. Opponent. They are not a fan of fun. That was pretty lucky for them to have that Bog. Let's draw a card off the Spell Bomb. We draw a land. Okay, play a land, pass the turn. I don't know who's going to win this. Their Devious cover-ups are out of their deck. We have... No, we don't have Campfires. Just play a land, pass the turn. We have to stock up and get a bunch of draw spells in hand before we can do anything, because they have Exclude in hand still. A Lembas. Okay, I'll try it. If this resolves, then I'm going to crack it as soon as it resolves. Okay, crack it. Put it back in the deck. Cast down, I do not need. Oh, come on. I just draw another cast down. All that fancy play and we couldn't get there. Actually, at some point, we might be able to just Galvanic face and win with that, because otherwise they don't really have life gain outside of maybe Crypt Incursion. We find a Deadly Dispute. I think both their Teachings are gone. Teachings. Double cover-up gone. It's gonna be hard for them to win. We're just in the grind game now. Putting cards into hand. Pass the turn. If they ever tap out, I Deadly Dispute. I doubt they're gonna tap out though. How many? They've used 1 counterspell so far. Okay, they can pick up the Dismal Backwater and go to 5 life, which puts them out of range of a single Galvanic. That is pretty good for them, actually. We only have 2 Galvanics left in the deck, though. Okay, they gain a life. And they've cast a Lorien Revealed. Pristine Talisman to gain more life. Alright, I'm going to try to draw a card. Deadly Dispute. Resolves. Okay, I'll take my turn. Go for the Lembas to start. Most of our creatures are out of our deck, actually. So we're both sitting on like no win cons. Cast a Thoughtcast. We have a Clan Shaman. I can use that as a creature to attack with. Let's play a Blood Fountain. They counterspell it. Sort of surprising. We're going to go Deadly Dispute the Lembas in response. Did not draw anything. What a bummer. Play this black land. Don't want their exclude to get value. We are up to 5 cards in hand. Opponent's gonna AK. Could have Galvanic there. Oh man. Plays a Dismal Backwater, so they're winning this race of gaining life. Play the Lemus again. Crack it again. Put it back on top. Play it again. Crack it again. Put that on the bottom. Another Clan Shaman. Let's play this Dross Forge Bridge. Pass the turn. I don't know how we win. Maybe I should let them deck themselves. They play a Contaminated Aquifer. We've lost 2 Snackers, 2 Spell Starter Sprites, so we have 2 Snackers and a Sprite left. Play a land. I guess I'll try a Clan Shaman. Okay. They got a 9. This is where using the hotkeys is important because we need to be ahead on clock. 5 mana for a Lorien Revealed. They go to 21 left in deck. 9 cards in hand. They Bajuka Bog me again. Chainer's Edict. Okay. Oh, they have a Campfire. Found the Galvanic. So we have double Galvanic now, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. I don't know how I win. I'm going to go the next game. Brutal. So we don't need our removal spells. We are going to bring in the Lose Focus and the Red Blast. And then what can we cut? Toxin Analysis doesn't do anything. Clan Shaman doesn't do anything. It is an attacker. I'll just bring in 1 cast into the fire because I can use that to remove their artifacts of some kind. Okay, I'm going to have to play pretty carefully here. Okay, our opponent's on a hard control deck. We need to just get on the table and try to protect our creatures. We have no lands. This time we have 2 lands. I can keep, and I'll put back the munitions. Play out the bridge and pass the turn. We're looking to counterspell their card advantage. They play an island and pass. I'll play a Vault of Whispers. We're in a bad spot because we don't have any way of drawing cards right now. They grab an Aquifer. They play it. I do not like this. We have a Deadly Dispute, nothing to sacrifice. They play a land and 3 mana for a Pristine Talisman. Let's just counter it. I'm going to aggressively use my counters. I might have to Deadly Dispute my land here. Okay, never mind. We found a Blood Fountain. Puts us up to 4 artifacts so we can cast Thoughtcast. Draw 2. Pass the turn. No land still. Can't do anything this turn. Our opponent has 4 mana. I'll try a Lembas. Okay, can I find a land? Refurb? No. Bottom? Another Blood Fountain. What a bummer. I guess maybe I should have waited to see if they would tap out. They Bajuka Bog, getting rid of a Lose Focus and a Thoughtcast. I will attempt to Thoughtcast again. There we go. Land. Play out a Blood Fountain. So now I have so many artifacts on the table I can start Deadly Disputing my things. I'll just aggressively counter your counter. Okay, they counter my counter for their counter. So we traded back and forth there. They're down to 4 cards. I can now Deadly Dispute on something and counter a counter on the Deadly Dispute. Okay, we find a Refurb. So I will try... I'll start by trying to Deadly Dispute the Lembas. That goes back into the deck. Hopefully making more mana. We find a bridge. We have 7 cards in hand. So I guess next turn will be potentially the turn to start casting stuff. If we can strip their hand, it would be pretty big. I would definitely counter a Teachings. They're at 5 cards in hand. Basically, maybe I should just keep... I have double blast now, so let's refurb. They have an exclude. I've got a blue blast for the exclude, so no value there. They're probably on a lot of excludes. Counterspell. I will blue blast again. So they have to have a Hydroblast. They didn't. They're going to discard, and then I'm going to discard them again with the refurb, which is a lot. So this was pretty nice. They discarded Snuff Out. Not that good against me. Here comes another refurb, and we win! Ooh, that was a lot faster. Let's try it again. All right, we have a decent hand, I think. We can play a tap land into hold up counter spells. We can end step a spell stutter sprite at some point to start getting in some chip damage. Play the bridge. The thing that we don't have enough of is sacrifice fodder for our draw spells. Our opponent plays a second land. I'll play out my red land representing potential Pyroblast. They do nothing. Uh-oh, they missed their land drop. I'll play Seeth's Synod. I guess I'll just put the Nile Spellbomb on the table. Now we also have Spell Stutter Sprite for Nulls, which is good. 3 mana for the opponent. We find a Red Blast. I think I just try to end step a Spell Stutter Sprite to get it out of my hand on their turn. Or like if they do something now. 3 mana. Okay, so we can lose focus here. Counter that. I probably should have left open the Red Blast. My turn. Thoughtcast is good. Draw. Okay, 2 more cards. Another Thoughtcast. That's getting sketchy. Cast the Thoughtcast. Come on, some lands. There we go. And we have to discard the hand size, so I guess I discard the Eviscerer's Insight because it's a little bit of value. And then we're going to start casting Lembas and sacrificing that. Our opponent is still missing land drops. That's kind of the problem with playing a game of no cantrips. We find a Snacker. That does turn on my spells. I'm going to start with the Lembas, though. Just continuing to try to find land drops. I'll bottom that. This is not a land. We missed on lands again. I guess now I can discard the Snacker for value. They're passing. Going to attempt to Deadly Dispute the Lembas. It just kind of gets it out of my hand. Like, if this resolves, it's great. If it doesn't resolve, it's kind of fine. They use a Crypt Incursion to get rid of the Snacker, which is not that big of a deal. Like, we lost 1 Snacker. Okay. My turn. Another Lembas. Dang. Having some issues with lands. I'll start on lay out the Lembas again. Come on, land. Bottom the other Lembas. Find another Snacker. Okay. I will Deadly Dispute the Lembas. There we go. There's a land. Now I can discard Snacker and Insight. We should probably have loose focused the Crypt Incursion before. I might have been tapped out. I don't remember. While being a slow game, this is also very difficult. Okay, there we go. Play the land. We're at 7 cards in hand. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can just cast the munitions. 6 cards in hand. So if they use a counter spell, I can Deadly Dispute. I'll probably just Red Blast it. I want to get value off of my Spell Stutter Sprites. So I'm going to try Deadly Dispute on this blue land. Get the Snacker back. Then I'll cast Spell Stutter Sprite. But they could have removal spell for the Spell Stutter Sprite. Try to counter the counter. Okay, we did it. I worked hard. Got it done. Now we have creatures on the board to start attacking. Plus the munitions. I assume that they brought in some number of Blue Blast, though. Hydroblast, I will respond with a Red Blast. They have a Dispel. Okay. So munitions down. We have a Refurb now. Can cast the Refurb. I feel like we are maintaining control now. I do want to get my Eviscerer's Insights off, though, before we lose. All right, I guess we win. So, GG Qwerty, GG man, or GG person. Sorry. Okay, sick deck, tight games, and we'll see you in round 2. Round 2 on the play. This hand has only 1 land. I'm going to mulligan. We have 2 lands. We have a 1-drop. I think I'll put back the Eviscerer's Insight. Play the Nile Spellbomb and pass the turn. Our opponent is on Forest. Wild Growth, so they're on red-green ramp. Let's play the Lembas first. I'm looking for removal spells. Do I want the Eviscerer's Insight? I guess so. Top it. Pass the turn. This next turn it's going to be Deadly Dispute the Lembas, probably. So to beat this deck, we're looking to play Clan Shaman Toxin Analysis. They've got a Jewel Thief to start it off. I wonder if they're playing anything weird, anything spicy. Another Snacker. Let's Deadly Dispute the Lembas. Find a Galvanic. So I can just play this Mistvault Bridge and then next turn play stuff out. I wonder if they're going to slam Avenging Hunter. We could go Sneaky Snacker, kill the Avenging Hunter with a Galvanic Blast. We don't have any basics to search up with the initiative though, if we do get the initiative. They play a Wild Growth. 3 cards in hand. Right now they can cast a Pirate if they use all their mana, including the treasure token. They go for the Avenging Hunter. Okay. So I'm probably just going to go Snacker and then hold open the Galvanic Blast and pop the Avenging Hunter. But they could have something to give this more toughness. I don't know, I think I just need the value. Looking for Clan Shaman. Blue-black. Play the Sneaky Snacker. Play the Drawsforge Bridge. I think I have to try for the value play of killing whatever thing that they try to put the counters on. They're spreading out the counters, which makes sense. So we'll Galvanic Blast the Jewel Thief. We're going to take 5 damage going to 12, which is pretty bad. Okay, they're getting in. I'm not blocking, hoping that they don't have a Chrysalis. Play as an Arbor Elf. And a Chrysalis. Well, that's certainly not good. I need to find my Toxin Analysis. Okay, so can I get there? This is a 5x. Let's try using the Lembas. We'll try to scry into the KCS. Bottom that. Find a Deadly Dispute. Play the land. I'll Deadly Dispute the Lembas, or... yeah. Let's Deadly Dispute the Lembas. Come on. Where's the Clan Shaman when you need them? Refurbished Familiars are decent. Play a Refurb, get rid of your card. Play another one that could maybe draw us into the Clan Shaman. Then I would probably just sack my board to kill everything. We didn't find it. I can play a Blood Fountain though. And then maybe I just like block. We're taking 5 damage. Minimum. Here we go to 7 life. Sketchy. But I can totally see why they have 4 Toxin in the board. This puts me to 1. If I don't block it. So I'm going to block here. I guess go to 1. Because I do need to take the initiative back. Maybe I don't need to take the initiative this turn. Get this off the table. Okay, here we go to 3. They play a Jewel Thief. So I guess I'm still only able to win if I can wipe the board. Find a Refurb. That draws me a card. That's not what I needed. So we can Eviscerator's Insight on the Nile Spellbomb and draw extra cards. Pay the black. Come on! Find a Snacker. There's a Clan Shaman. Okay. So I just go random bridge. Play the Clan Shaman. I can sacrifice 3, 4, 5. Do I want to sacrifice my Blood Fountain? I guess I do. I think I need to wait until their turn. Maybe I can't sacrifice the Refurb. Because they're drawing an extra card here, I need probably 2 attackers in the air. They're sending in the team. Alright, we will go block. And here comes the sacks. Sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, yeah. Back this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're going to make their Chrysalis a 4/5. I guess I shouldn't have 6. Okay, so there's no board left. The Malevolent Rumble finding a Jewel Thief, which does have Trample. Plays the Jewel Thief. Do they have another creature? 5 mana, 6 mana for a boarding party. Finding a Writhing Chrysalis. I'll go to the next game here. No problem there. We need to counterspell. Let's see. We definitely need the Toxin and the Clan Shaman. Then I think We probably aren't going to get any value off the Spellstutter sprite. I don't know if the Galvanic Blast is any good. The Nile Spellbomb, we probably need it for Affinity. Loose Focus seems pretty solid here. Get rid of the munitions. How good is Galvanic? It takes out an early creature. I want to cut the Spell Bombs. Let's see how that goes. So we really only have 8 creatures. We're heavily reliant on this Toxin Analysis. Okay, we're on the play. No lands. We have Toxin. We have a Thoughtcast. I'm going to put back the Viscer's Insight and then play out my lands and hope that there's not a lot of Declaimers in my future. We somehow have to make it to the mana to cast a Thoughtcast. They play a Utopia Sprawl on red. I'll play my Bridge. I have a Galvanic for an Arbor Elf or something. They play a Wild Growth. They're going to Declaimer my land here. Now I'm going to be sad. Plays an Eldrazi Repurposer. Okay, pass the turn. We need a land. Some land. Black land would be best. Jeez. Okay, this is the Affinity problem. If I had taken out the Galvanic or the Cast Down, I probably should have taken out the Galvanic. I can't do anything about this. They're getting in for 3. Best draw for me is a Vault of Whispers, and I can go Vault of Whispers, Refurbish Familiar, Thoughtcast. They make a red on the Forest. In reality, they should have put it on this. Okay, Gorilla Shaman. So I can pop the Gorilla Shaman with the Galvanic. Doink. Draw a card. Oh man, I drew the Vault of Whispers. Okay, let's play the Refurb, get rid of your card. That was best case scenario. Another Gorilla Shaman in hand. Let's draw some more cards. We find the Krark-Clan Shaman. Wow, what a turnaround. I just don't know if it's worth even popping the Krark-Clan Shaman right now. They play a land. I guess I can just play this Bridge, put my Shaman on the table, and attack in. I'm thinking about deadly disputing my Refurbished Familiar to get a little bit more colored sources. Let's see if they attack. I don't know, I can take the 3 damage, I think. We'll gain some life back with the Toxin Analysis. They play an Annoyed Allosaur, so now is the time. Finding a Declaimer. So I can deadly dispute whatever they Declaimer. They Declaimer my creature, so I'll deadly dispute it in response. Okay. Draw. And now I do want this treasure token. Let's play the Mist Vault Bridge. Toxin Analysis this thing. First I'm going to crack the clue and see what up. I have a lot of lands. So I'm going to hold control and go sacrifice. I guess just sacrifice my 1 land and then deadly dispute my Krark-Clan Shaman. Alright, that was a nice turn. What a combo. Kill everything. Oh, they sacrifice their spawn so that I don't get the damage from it. Interesting. Alright. Okay, that was a good recovery. Let's see how they top deck. They play a Repurposer. Do we have no more deadly disputes around. I'll start on the Lembas. Bottom lands. We went from no lands to millions of lands. So let's go Blood Fountain. And then I'm going to play out, I guess, the Sneaky Snacker as a blocker. We can block the Repurposer and then get back these 2 cards. Our opponent's getting in with a 3/3. We'll block. Maybe that was aggressive. If they top deck, okay, they didn't have anything. We have another Snacker. Play a black land. Play another Snacker out. We do have to watch out for Gorilla Shaman, I guess. 3 mana for the opponent. Oh, looks like they're going to cast a really big, whatever the creature is. Nyxborn Hydra. Enchant up a creature. We have the Galvanic Blast to respond, and then we can cast down the thing. They play Annoyed Allosaur, revealing Arbor Elf. Okay. So let's blast the Allosaur. Kill that. And then take my turn. I'll block here. If I find a deadly dispute, these just come back, so it's kind of free blocks. I'll blood token away a land. I need more black lands in play, I think. Nothing. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blood Fountain, get back these 2. Oh, this is actually awesome, because this gives me my 3rd card for the turn. Yep. So Blood Fountain, get back Refurb and Krark-Clan Shaman. Play the Refurb, draw my 3rd card in the turn because they're Hellbent. And then I get back my 2 sneaky snackers. Sick. Then I can just play the Kruk Clan Shaman or kill the Repurposer right now. I think I'm just going to kill the Repurposer and move on with my life. They do get a spawn, it's fine. Anything hasty, we can just block with the refurb. Okay. Will our opponents send 1? They do. Okay, I'll block. I have so much value in my deck. We find a lose focus. I love that. Let's get in. And then Deadly Dispute a Snacker. And get it right back. Zoom. Play the bridge. Play another Blood Fountain. Pass the turn. I guess at this point I could just Kruk Clan Shaman and kill all their spawns. They Malevolent Rumble. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Finds a Relic of Progenitus, a Jewel Thief, and a Forest, and a Mountain. So I guess they take the Relic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can counter whatever they cast. Sure. Cast with Replicate on this. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. I mean, think this one through. Sorry about the math, everybody. They have 8, 9 mana available. So if I replicate, I have to replicate 5 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 100% stop the relic. Okay. So replicate this 4 times. Blue and a mana. Let's see if they can pay that much mana. I mean, it stops them. They were able to get through like my lose focus. So now that if they cast a Cascader, that'll resolve and I'll take all that damage. A little bit concerned. We do have the life gain from the Limbus. We can just get back the refurb. We can go like Kruk Clan Shaman, sack the blood token, or sack the Limbus would be good. Kill all your spawns, get back the 2 creatures. I'm doing it. Kruk Clan Shaman. Actually, now that I've seen we can just reuse the sack fodder, I like it. Limbus goes back into the deck. Get rid of your spawns. Blood Fountain, these 2 back. Black. All right. Maybe I should have left open the red. Play the refurb again. So what were you holding on to? Refurb is so mean. Just griefing my opponent. They discard a land. Okay, I will attack you for 4. Bam! Is there any point to playing the Kruk Clan Shaman? Probably. 6, 4, that's 10? I guess not. You can blood token away a Kruk. Find the Toxin Analysis combo. That's sweet. Just get in for 6. Then I'll Deadly Dispute my Snacker. And then look for an opening to cast the Galvanic. Snacker comes right back. Play Mistvault Bridge, play a Thoughtcast. Another refurb. So this clears their hand if they have a Weather the Storm. They didn't, and they're dead. Bang! Sweet. Affinity is unfair. Tied 1-1. Okay, can we get the win? Toxin combo is sick. I'll just resubmit the way it was. We've opened an unkeepable no land hand. Sad. Mulligan. Our opponent has mulligan to 6 as well. Okay, we have a fine hand. I think I'm going to put back... Let's see. The Snacker here. Little concerned about a Gorilla Shaman. They play an Arbor Elf. Let's play the bridge. They have 2 mana. Cast... Okay, they're going to cast a 3-drop. Eldrazi Repurposer on the table. They have 2, 3, 4 mana next turn. Play the Seat, and I'll pass. Holding up the lose focus. Next turn I can see the Synod Thoughtcast. Uh-oh. If this is a Gorilla Shaman, I'm hosed. Getting in for 3. Okay, they attack for 4. We're going to 16. They have a Relic. Okay. Kind of annoying. I'm just going to play the See the Synod. That way I can replicate the loose focus. We have a few turns at 4 a turn. And we have Limbus to gain life again. They have 4, 5, 6 mana on the table. They're getting in again. And nothing. Okay, play the Mistvault Bridge. Next turn I can cast down their Repurposer. Maybe. They have a lot of mana. They're untapping. It looks like they're going to Cascade. 5, 6. Cascade. Boarding party with Cascade. Okay. So we get to counter the entire thing. We will replicate on the boarding party. Replicating 1. And then lose focus the wild growth. I can relic away my loose focus. They have 1 card in hand. I'm looking for a refurb. Cast a Thoughtcast. I find the Krarklan Shaman. I'll go land, kill this thing, and then play out. I think I'm passing, holding up the cast down in case there's something huge. Then I can just play the Limbus and sacrifice it to the Krarklan Shaman to wipe their board. But I'm gonna need an attacker at some point. They play a forest, they have 1 card in hand. Cracks the relic. Okay. That's it, huh? Getting in for 1. Plays Utopia Sprawl. 1 card left. Another Arbor Elf. Alright, that makes my decision relatively easy. Started with the Refurb. Draw a card. We didn't get to grief them, but that's fine. We have Toxin Analysis. I'll play my Limbus. Draw a card. Snacker on top. I'll take it. Play the bridge. Put the Krark on the table. And now we have the Toxin combo. So I just can use this at any moment when it's like things are looking dicey. Otherwise, I'm just getting in. Best case scenario is that they play the Avenging Hunter. They attack in for 2. That's fine. This is definitely a sick deck, but you know, it makes you think about how broken Affinity is. They're cascading a boarding party now. Finding a Jewel Thief, so sad times for our opponent. They cast it post-combat, which is kind of odd. But maybe they wanted to sniff out the Toxin Analysis. They're sacrificing their spawns in response so that I don't get to kill them and gain life. We'll sack the Limbus. It goes right back into the deck, so extra value. Kill a bunch of your creatures. We'll gain 4 life, going to 11. I have the Sneaky Snacker, snack attack, and then play the Limbus. What do we see off the scry? Okay, I'll definitely take the draw 2 and get in. On their end step, we can crack the clue. They have a Jewel Thief, so I'll just go ahead and kill it. Doink. I like the idea of keeping the board clear here, but you know, maybe they could have something even worse for me. Let's get in for 4. Bring back the Snacker and draw 2. Snack comes back. We have a Refurb. Go ahead and cast the Refurb, draw a card. Find a Deadly Dispute. Let's play the Limbus. I'll take the Blood Fountain and pass the turn. Our opponent seems pretty hosed. They have a Relic. Okay. So I think my plan is going to be to try to use the Eviscerer's Insight. They get rid of the Toxin Analysis with the Relic. Are they going to crack it? They probably should because I have a draw 2. Okay, they've decided to crack the Relic to get rid of my Eviscerer's Insight and the Krarklan Shaman. Drawing a card. We'll just draw a card as well. 4 cards in hand. We have double Blood Fountain. Getting in for 6. Then I'll Deadly Dispute my Snacker again. Bring it right back. So sick. And then, let's see, we have 6 damage. I think I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Limbus. See if I can find a burn spell. No. Play the bridge. Play out a Krarklan Shaman. This is 7 damage. I think I just play the 2 Krarklan Shamans representing lethal. They play a forest, 1 card in hand. Annoyed Altasaur enters the table. They find Eldrazi Repurposer. Alright. So, let's see. Sadly, I do lose my Krarklan Shaman. Let's just Deadly Dispute this one. Down the Galvanic, so that kills my opponent. I can just go to my turn. Sweet. You are dead. Toxin Analysis this. Opponent said, cool hat, GG. GG, Matt. We'll see you in round 3, everybody. Round 3 versus Sav Save. Okay, this is a turn 2 Thoughtcast. Let's keep it. What's our opponent gonna do? I feel like they are on Brood Scale. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Lizard Avatar. They have mulligan to 6. We snap kept 7 basically after only 13 seconds. I'll lead on the Drawsforge and pass the turn. Oh, our opponent follows up with a Drawsforge Bridge. Let's Blood Fountain, land, and Thoughtcast. We find a bunch of extra lands. So if our opponent is on Affinity, then we'll probably get rid of the Silver Bluff Bridge here. They have 2 mana, so they could... Oh, they're on... Oh, okay. Not Affinity, they are on Madness Burn. I don't know how my Madness Burn matchup is going to go. I can block the Kitchen Imp with the Refurbished Familiar and discard a card from their hand. But Toxin Analysis isn't amazing here. Let's refurbish you. And then, I guess, play out... They have to discard the Fiery Temper. Let's play Seed of the Synod so that we can hold open Spellstutter Sprite. At some point, Spellstutter Sprite could win this matchup if they're playing Fiery, you know, Faithless Lootings and stuff like that, that we can maybe get extra value. Definitely not... It definitely stinks for them to have to discard and not get value, because the Refurbished Familiar isn't amazing into their deck. Okay, they're passing. I like it. Play out this black land. Tough question. We can try to rely on all of our Lembas to gain life and go over the top of them. They play a land. I'm holding open my refurb as a blocker. I guess I could have Eviscerator's Incited this blood token. I'll put a tap land onto the table. Put a makeshift munitions on the table. I'm sort of trying to Spellstutter a 1-drop. They demand answers, discarding a Fiery Temper. Go face, okay? We're at 15. Hopefully they cast a Lightning Bolt here. They did not. Plays a Voldaren Epic here. I'm just going to go Spellstutter Sprite. Let's see if that works. It worked. Very nice. And now I can, like, kill my creatures and get them back and reuse them. They have 4 mana. They can recast the Faithless Looting from the graveyard and get 1 Madness effect. That's what they're doing. They have a Fiery Temper again. So will they go face, or will they kill a creature? If they kill a creature, alright, I will block with my other creature. Do I want to block with that? Okay, I think it makes sense to block. And then Blood Fountain my stuff back. Then recast the Refurb. And play another black land. They discarded a Vault of Whispers to the Refurbished Familiar. Faithless Looting again. Oh my god, double Kitchen Imp here. That's pretty scary. We need some sneaky snackers for blocking. If they can kill my Refurb, they're going to get in for 6, which is a ton. They're going all in. Okay, we take 4 damage going to 11. Plays an Epic here. We're at 10, they have 2 cards in hand. Looking for a snacker. Great Furnace. I'll try Eviscerator's Insight on the blood token. Find a Galvanic Blast. So I can kill this thing. Lay out a land. We can flash in the Spellstutter Sprite, block, and then shoot the Epicure with it. Or just flash it in for a block and then sacrifice it. They discard a card. I don't really want to be discarding my my spells. They're getting in. Let's Spellstutter. It allows them to use this Faithless Looting from the graveyard. I'm going to block and then Eviscerator's Insight. My plan was originally to try to kill the Epicure, but I think I need the cards in hand because I'm looking for Lembas and stuff. Draw some cards. Just lands. No. This is not the way I wanted it to go down. Now they get the value off the looting. Just another, grab the prize. This is 5 damage. Plus draw 2 cards. What do I have in my sideboard for this? Just Toxin Analysis. Cast into the Fire can be good. We're getting hammered. I think we are going to lose another game 1 here. Deadly Dispute. Okay, I'll sacrifice a land. I can kill all their creatures. Okay. Kill this. Kill this. Play a land. Kill this one. That's the turn. Is there some miracle by which we survive? If they have only blanks and we draw Lembas after Lembas, we like go Lembas, crack Lembas over and over. All right, what are you up to? Anything kills me. They're casting the looting from the graveyard. Looting on the stack. Wow, nothing. They discarded Mountain, Vault of Whispers. Plays a land. And are they going to hardcast something? They looting again. Can they whiff again? Discards a Kitchen Imp and a Great Furnace. This puts us to 1 life. Okay, we go to 1. Still alive somehow. I have a blood fountain. I have just the refurb here to get back. Refurb and sprite, okay. So we'll blood fountain these two back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the land. Play the refurb. Hopefully you don't have a madness card left. It was a land. Wow, they just couldn't cast it. They couldn't play it. Oh man. This is getting really tight. I was totally gonna scoop, but I didn't. So we block here. They have to have one blank in hand. We block here. Then we Spellstutter Sprite the looting. Somehow alive. They're not doing anything. Lembas, Lembas. No. Discard. Well, I guess I just go Viscer's Insight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sack the blood token. Play Galvanic, which I have the Spellstutter Sprite for. Draw a Thoughtcast. I'll cast a Thoughtcast. We find a Spell Bomb. So we have to have them blank again, but they don't have a looting anymore. Can't use the Spell Bomb for value. Wow. They top deck the Jagged Barons. Very well done. Nice. Okay, so we need the Blue Blast. And then I guess the Loose Focus, maybe. Cast into the Fires, maybe. Toxin Analysis I don't think is amazing. I don't think that we need the Cast Downs. And I don't think we need the Spell Bomb, but we don't need the Krark-Clan Shamans. Munitions to close could be good. Don't think it's really that great though. Then I'm just going to trim one Galvanic. I'm becoming a counterspell deck. We would love to play first. If I go Dross Forge Bridge, I can cast into the fire their land a couple of turns. Let's do it. Land, your turn. Being on the play here is pretty big. Plays the Jagged Barons, okay. So I will start on Nile Spellbomb, Dross Forge Bridge. Playing around Gorilla Shaman. They could also cast into the fire my land. We'll just like go back and forth, LDing each other. Play a bridge. Okay, well let's exile your bridge. Boink. And play a land. Your go. So if they exile my land, I Nile Spellbomb and draw a card. They've gone for the Lightning Bolt. Plays Voldaren Epicure. Rakdos Carnarium, okay. Think I'm just, well, I probably should save the Spell Bombs. Draw See the Synod and the Sneaky Snacker. I can cast. Limbus. Take the land for now. Play the Snacker. I'm totally fine with trading these. So I can just get it back. Like sack the Spell Bomb and the Limbus into the battlefield and then we get it back. Looks like they're going to cast into the fire one of my lands. They got rid of my red land. And they ping us again with the Jagged Barons. I think I'm just going to crack the Limbus and then play the Limbus. Oh, they're going to get in. Okay. Block. Snap block. We have a Thoughtcast. Doink. Get it right back. And then land. I'll pass a turn. I'm thinking about just sacrificing the Limbus for life gain. This way I can leave open, potentially cast into the fire. They play a Dross Forge Bridge. I'll go ahead and exile it. Doink. I should have tapped the blue land so I could respond, so I could use the Nile Spellbomb to draw cards, but I messed up there. Okay. We have a clock. We have Spellstutter Sprite. Let's get in. We're almost to the point where we can counter all their cards because they have a lot of 2-drops, but they also have a lot of 3-drops because all the Madness cards are 3-drops. Limbus coming in. We're looking for lands. Top the land. Your turn. Okay, our opponent looks like they're going to cast a Madness spell. Okay, Alms of the Vein. I can't counter that. We go to 11. I do have 6 life on the table as long as I crack those. Plays a Vault of Whispers. I'm going to end step the Limbus. Go back to 14. Okay, they didn't do anything in response. I have a Refurbished Familiar. That's not great because we don't want to just give them free value. Continue getting in for 2. It's a long and arduous process. Plays a Vault of Whispers. So cast into the fire on their lands didn't really do very much. Crack the Limbus again. Now we're at 17. About to be tied, life-wise. Finding a blue blast is pretty good. Let's get in. I'll snap off the spell starter sprite on anything, basically. As long as it'll counter it. They're still just drawing cards and passing. I got a land. Continue getting in for 2. Opponent's turn, they're at 8 cards in hand now, 7 cards. Okay, they had played a land last turn, I guess. All right, my turn. Deadly Dispute, that's awesome. We'll get in with the snacker, and then we get to draw 2 cards and get our snacker back on the table. Get the snack back, I love it. Now we have double sprites. So we can end step a spell starter sprite to increase the clock, and then I can spell starter sprite any 3-drop. They have a Faithless Looting, I'll sprite in response. That is an auto sprite. They have Cast into the Fire. Just go ahead and cast another spell starter sprite. Not today. That was pretty brutal for the opponent. And now we can refurbish, potentially. They could play a Madness black card, though, so I guess I'm going to hold. I probably should just spellbomb them. Get the Faithless Looting out of their graveyard. You take 4. We'll spellbomb you. Okay, I found a Limbus. I'll just cast the Limbus. I'm pretty close to just lethal with the Galvanics. Another spellbomb I don't think I need. Another Lose Focus. I mean, we're pretty set up. How can they beat this? I don't think they can. Yep, they agree. I think I was fine with the way that went down. Potentially we want more Galvanics and less Cast into the Fire. But I think that the possibility of punking them out is just worth it. Okay. This hand seems fine. Keep. We have a land into counterspells. We probably... I'm not sure if we end step the spell starter sprite or not. They play a land. Do they have the Cast into the Fire? If they have it, I'm pretty dead. They play a Voldaren Epicure. Alright. Now I have Blood Token or Blood Fountain into Thoughtcast. So I think that's probably the right thing to do here. We need to get that card draw going and get lands on the table. We did not find any lands. That's bad. They Blood Token away a Voldaren Epicure. I think this turn I'm going to try to cast a snacker, assuming that my land is alive. It is not going to be alive. Okay. Sad times. No. We're dead. Discard a snacker. They can use their mana to kill the Blood Fountain. Getting in for 2 again. This is, you know, the downside of Affinity. Sometimes you have only one of your lands in your hand and you get a Gorilla Shaman. They decide to Gorilla Shaman the other land, or the Blood Token, or Blood Fountain. Pass a turn. Snacker goes to the graveyard. They're going to continue attacking for 2. They Vampire's Kiss us. They're taking a lot of time. You can see the time differential. All right, I'm going to go Vault of Whispers. I assume that they didn't want to do it, huh? I'll Eviscerate inside the Vault of Whispers. Get back my 2 snackers. Now I have no lands. Perfect. Perfect. Get rid of Thoughtcast. We have a Drawsforge Bridge, so we can bridge into land, Cast into the Fire, these 2 things. They play a land. It's going quite poorly. All right, I'm just going to go to the next one. Too much of a slog, and I don't think that we have that much opportunity to win. I mean, yeah, it's still not worth it. I'll see you in round 4. Round 4 on the play. One of the things that continuously happens to us is just not having enough lands, but we're going to do our best. So here we have, I think I just keep and get rid of the Cast Down. So we can lead on the Drawsforge Bridge, have the Galvanic available, and then turn 2, we have Sprite up. They're on Mountain. Snow-covered Mountain is interesting. Let's play the Seed of the Synod and pass the turn. Could be a Skred deck. In that case, they have a lot of 1-drops. Yes, it is blue-red Skred. They cycle the Lorien Revealed. They go Island. Plays Perilous Landscape. Okay. I'm going to play the Mistvault Bridge and then get the Blood Fountain onto the table. That way I have a Deadly Dispute target. We are tapped out for this turn. One of the things our opponent's going to try to do is potentially Monarch us. So if we hold out the Spell Stutter Sprite as a flash blocker or flash attacker, we can flash in the Sprite after they play the Monarch, Galvanic it, and then attack in and take the Monarchy. So we might want to just like hold off and try to pretend that that's what we're doing. You can also try to Spell Stutter Sprite a Dispel or something, but I don't want to Sprite when they have a mountain open because they could just bolt it and kill it, and then the amount of fairies in play would be 0. Plays Augur of Bolus, okay. Reveals a Ponder. Sadly, I can't Sprite the Ponder. Find a Sneaky Snacker. So I'm fine to cast that now. It's going to make our opponent less likely to just jam the Monarch, though. If they cast the Ponder, I will immediately Sprite. They could respond with a board wipe. Spellster Sprite will disresolve. You gotta take your value where you can. If they board wipe, it is what it is. We can get back our Sneaky Snacker pretty easily. So I guess now I'm looking for some refurbished. Usually they only play 2 of the board wipes in the main deck. And now our opponent attacks for 1. Let's start with a Thoughtcast. Snacker comes back. We can now play another Thoughtcast, play a land, and pass the turn. That was a good recovery there. We're at parity on cards. Our opponent has taken more cards out of their deck though. Like we've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they have way more cards available than us. They're gonna get in. Okay, my turn. We do have the Krark Clan Shaman Toxin combo now. I'll attack. So if I Deadly Dispute now, they could counterspell. Then I can just Deadly Dispute the Blood token. Pretty annoying. They have used it as a spell. If they have a Spell Pierce, I'm hosed, I guess. Should not have not played around the Spell Pierce. Why did I do that? Frustrate. Yeah, that was a mistake. I feel like in this deck you can't make mistakes like that, and now they have the Monarch. Man. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next game. Oh, that sucked. So we want the Blue Blast, the Red Blast, the Lose Focus. Okay. We don't need the Krark Clan Shaman at all. And the Toxin Analysis, I don't think we need the Cast Down because these other cards handle that. We need to make 2 more cuts. So I can cut the Galvanics potentially. Although the Galvanic is pretty good versus, I'll cut 1 Lembas, 1 Galvanic. Like now I have 5 ways to kill a Gorilla Shaman, which is probably what they're going to be all about. All right, here we are on the play. Game 2. Pass on that one. We're going to mulligan. Okay, this is fine. Put back the munitions. And then we're just going to try to put the Snacker on the table, I guess. I played right into that Spell Pierce. I'll lead on the Silverbluff Bridge in case I draw an untapped land and the Lose Focus or the Lembas can get played. We play an island. Find a Refurbished Familiar. Okay, I can pass the turn. If they have a Ponder or something, I'm going to Red Blast it. Play a land. I'll try to play out a Lembas. I really need this to resolve. I tried to play it as fast as I could so they wouldn't know that it mattered to me. Bottom the other Lembas. Okay. Now I can resolve a Refurbished Familiar because I have the Red Blast backup. And this actually casts both my blasts. Although here they have... I guess they'd have to use Counterspell on the Refurbished. Come on. Stinks. Let's pass the turn. It's just how Affinity goes. You got the hate. Hard hate. They have 4 mana. I can't afford to crack the Lembas. Okay, I'm passing the turn again. They use a Brainstorm. Okay. Strap yourselves in. It's going to be another long one. I haven't played these kinds of just low threat control decks in a while. Preordain, okay. So they're going to be making their land drop. They go bottom. Maybe they won't make a land drop. Casting a Ponder. I'll counter it. They go for a Relic. Okay. I don't understand the Relic. I guess it makes sense. I have a little bit of recursion. They didn't even see what was going on. They're just afraid of the Blood Fountains. Okay, Refurbished Familiar. They discard a Counterspell. That's a strong Strong situation. A little bit nervous about that. So next turn I have Blood Fountain. Then try to Eviscerate Insight the Blood Fountain. I mean the token. They play a Scred, that's gonna be okay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets rid of my refurb. Play a Blood Fountain. Okay. We have a blue Elemental Blast if they have a red Monarch. Otherwise we have to use the lose focus. Tolarian Terror. It's not good. Alright, I'm gonna Deadly Dispute the Lembas. Feel like they're gonna have a counter. They exiled it. That sucks. They have the counter. Yep. Congrats. Let's see. Let's just discard the Sneaky Snacker and try to draw into something. Did not. Okay. So here they can play the Monarch and we will scoop it up. Easy peasy. Probably the best thing for them to do would be crack the Relic there so they'd have a bunch of extra mana. They know I'm sitting on nothing. Sure. Gets rid of the Deadly Dispute. They're getting in for 5, putting me to 15. They're thinking this through really hard. Let's attempt to Deadly Dispute and draw cards. If they have another counterspell, I'm just going to scoop. I must be over it. They crack the Relic in response, which means that it's going to be harder for them to cast a Terror, but we don't get the Snacker back. Please, opponent. I'm waiting. I'm begging you. Take an action. Okay. We'll see you in round 5. Let's try to get that 3-2. It's the final match. We're fighting for a 3-2 versus Bruno Guerrera. And we once again open a no-lander. Arrgh. But we have a keep. So what do we do? Don't think we need the Lembas. I want to maximize the total number of cards we can draw. Play this. Play the Blood Fountain turn 2. Put it on Colony Garden. Maybe they're playing Glee. Let's go Blood Fountain. And then I'll discard the Snacker. Just right away. Run a Galvanic Blast. They cycle a Troll. So they're probably on Gardens. I don't know what's going on. Shambling Gas, Troll. Things are happening. Let's start with Eviscerator's Insight on the Blood Fountain, drawing some cards. Getting the Snacker back. Did not find what I needed. Let's pass again. We can Blood Fountain again. If Cast Down and Refurbish Familiar, they're getting in for 1. Really was hoping to draw blue mana for this Thoughtcast. There we go. Refurb you. Let's see what's going on over there. We only have 2 Blood Fountains left in the deck. It was kind of aggressive for me to get rid of it completely. They discard a Snuff Out. Let's Thoughtcast. I guess they can't really snuff out my creatures. They were considering killing my Snacker here, but the Thoughtcast would have gotten the snack back immediately. Okay, so we can't attack with the Snacker. They play a Lembas. It appears to be some sort of Gardens deck. And by Gardens, I mean another control mirror. Okay. 1 Snacker is gone. Eviscerator's Insight is gone. They have 6 cards in hand. Okay. We can once again refurbish Familiar them. They discard Extracted Confession. Let's play this Blood Fountain. I'll go ahead and get in for 2. Bonk. We have to somehow outvalue them. Maybe holding on to these Galvanics can let me just get across the finish line with that. Plays a Lembas. Okay. Our opponent's playing nice and tight. Okay, top on the Lembas. 2, 3. I don't know if they can kill my creatures and play a Avenging Hunter this turn. Find a land. So let's just go ahead and swing out. They take the 4 going to 14. Cracks the Lembas. I'll auto yield to that. So if essentially we dealt them 1 damage this turn. 6 cards in hand for the opponent. They Deadly Dispute a plant, going to 7 in hand. Plays a Golgari Rot Farm. That can pick up the Bajuka Bog, meaning that they could just stop my Blood Fountain from being very good. All Eviscerator's Insight the Blood token. Draw a Deadly Dispute and a Thoughtcast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll start on the Thoughtcast. Play the land. And then we'll play out the Lembas. I'd be sad to lose the Eviscerator's Insight here. I'll bottom a land at this point. Okay, Munitions can help close the game. They Suffocating Fumes, so I can Deadly Dispute my creature. They'll bog away my creatures as well. Alright, we're at 7 cards in hand. So here they play Bog plus Avenging Hunter or something. Sure, you have an Avenging Hunter. They get a Swamp, and they bog away my stuff. Play a Refurb. Play a Bridge. I'll play the Makeshift Munitions. My plan is to cast down the Avenging Hunter when they put the counters on it, and then ping the plant and try to get in with this Refurbished Familiar. Cast down. Okay, that thing is dead. If we can take the initiative, we will be way ahead. Instead, they slam another Avenging Hunter. Okay, we go to 14. They probably have a removal spell. They have 4 mana available. If they're on only Snuff Outs and stuff, maybe we can win. Okay, I'll take my turn. Fine to see the Synod. Play a land. Let's get in. Attack for 2. They go cast down. So I'll ping you with my Refurb. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I can play Galvanic, kill this. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Let's Blood Fountain back the Refurb though. Probably should not have used the Galvanic on the Avenging Hunter. Play the Refurb again. They discard a Swamp. I think I'm going to play out the Krark-Clan Shaman as another potential attacker. Oh, never mind. I messed up. I went to my end step on accident. Okay, our opponent takes the initiative. They get to draw an extra card this turn. Another Avenging Hunter. The hits don't stop coming. Okay, so they found Thorn of the Black Rose or Crypt Rats. I guess they just take the Crypt Rats and then it's GG. If they take the Crypt Rats, I'll concede. They take the Thorn of the Black Rose. Okay. Can I get in? That seemed very, very aggressive, but maybe they figured they could draw into a removal spell. I'll get in. They have a removal spell. Let's sacrifice my guy. I'm looking for Toxin Analysis now. Find a Galvanic Blast. Play a land. 2, 3, 4, 5. Viscer's inside this. Can I find the Toxin Analysis? I'll play out the Spell Bomb, then play out Krark-Clan Shaman. I mean, there's probably a way for me to win this. I'm getting a little, I guess, a little tired. I don't know. I can sacrifice 5 things and then ping this. I'm just gonna go the next game. My brain hurts. I'm sorry, everybody. The Toxin was the next card. Ah, man. I guess I could have cycled. So I could have cycled the Spellbomb before I did all that. I want the loose focus for their Monarch and Initiative. I don't think the Krark-Clan Shaman is very good, to be honest, in this matchup. Then what is going to come back in? So if we don't, we can bring the Krark-Clan Shaman back in the deck. Okay. Toxin is out. I think right here we're looking at the reason why this deck is failing. It's 19 lands. So we need to be a little bit more aggressive. Not aggressive. We need to be better at having the right amount of lands. Here we go. Mulligan again. No. All right, keep this one. We need creatures. We need lands. And get rid of the Galvanic Blast. Start on Mistvault Bridge. Lose focus doesn't matter until turn 4. If they duress me, I'll be sad. Great Furnace into a Lembas. Thoughtcast again on top. I will totally keep. This turn it's Bridge, Thoughtcast. They play a Wellspring. Okay, we have, yeah, Bridge, Thoughtcast. That's the turn. And now it's going to be just play Sneaky Snacker and try to ride that to victory. Our opponent seems to be stuck on land, so they might Deadly Dispute the Wellspring right now. Plays a Lembas. We're looking for them to whiff. They find a Swamp. They duress my lose focus, it would be bad. Lay out the Snacker. We have made our land drop for the turn. We're good. It's like as soon as you get land drops, you start flooding because you have so much blind draw. Okay, they're doing nothing. Let's Deadly Dispute the Lembas. This adds mana to the table. Double Refurb, wow. Okay, let's try Thoughtcast first. Still no lands. Try Lembas looking for lands. Okay, sign on top, so we can keep that. Then I'll play out 1 Refurb. Now I have a lose focus for their initiative or monarch. The only way that they could get through that is if they deadly dispute this and then play the monarch after. They go to 18. Deadly dispute puts them to 5 mana. They crack the Limbus. Okay, so they go back to 21 life. I feel like I can win this matchup as long as nothing crazy happens. Playing a Crypt Rats. That's fine. We sack the rats. Plays a land and a relic. Okay, I guess I'm countering the relic. So the first thing is to bring back my Snacker. Okay, Snacker comes back. We can play another Sneaky Snacker and a Refurbished Familiar. Let's play the Refurbished. Discard you. Play a land. Play a Snacker. Your turn. They discarded Extract a Confession, so they brought in 2 of those. They have a Colony Plant token now. I'm really hoping I get to cast this Eviscerer's Insight. They could have a sweeper into a relic. Troublemaker Oof. Okay. What are they going to exile? The Refurbished Familiar? Okay. We have another refurb. Play it. Now I'm like probably fine with just blocking with the refurb. Killing their Troublemaker Oof. They discard an Avenging Hunter. Let's play this Blood Fountain. We make a blood. I'll send in 4. They're at 3 cards in hand. They deadly dispute their creature. That makes sense. They have Eviscerer's Insight on their treasure token. Going to 6 cards in hand. Plays a Wellspring. All right. Plant enters the battlefield. Okay. So I could Eviscerate the Refurbish and then get them back and then replay them on this next turn. That might be good enough. I think it's fine just to get the value. Like we're getting 2 cards here, then we get 2 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blood Fountain. Get back these 2. We also have Spellstutter Sprite. Let's play out a refurb. So Spellstutter Sprite right now can counter any draw spell. So I think I'm just going to hold it. Play a land. Attack 4, 4. They discarded a Haunted Mire. Casting a draw spell, I'll counter it. They do get to draw a card off the Wellspring. So they'll go to 5 cards in hand. They might have a sweeper. Plays a Limbus. 5 cards in hand still. They're going to Eviscerator's Insight, sacrificing the plant. 7 cards in hand. We have 7 power right now. Let's discard you. And then go Limbus looking for removal. Or like Galvanic Blast. Okay, Spellstutter Sprite I'll take. Encounter a 4-drop. We're going to attack in. And then I think I'm going to draw 2 cards here. Sack the Sneaky Snacker. Get it back. Now we also have Deadly Dispute, but that won't bring the Sneaky Snacker back this turn because we've already drawn our 3rd card for the turn. Our opponent's at 5, and we win. We are grinding. Let's do it again. Okay. So this hand is interesting. We're going to look to Spellstutter Sprite some stuff. I'll play my Bridge. They play a Golgari Rot Farm. I'll play a See the Sign On and pass. And we're going to counter this with a Loose Focus because I want them to not have any of these artifacts to sacrifice and play. Plays a Swamp. I'll go Mistvault Bridge. And so the thing is, if they play the Monarch right now, I can end step a Spellstutter Sprite and attempt to get in, but if they have a Snuff Out, it's really bad. I think that's just my best opportunity anyway. We'll try to refurbish them on another turn. They go for Duress. Okay, so they can take the Limbus or the Cast Down. Now they know we have Spellstutter in hand. We're probably going to Spellstutter. Oh, why didn't I just Spellstutter that? That was stupid. That was really not smart. Okay. That was extremely unsmart. I'll flash in a Spellstutter. And then we'll refurbish. Discard you. I don't know why I did that. Let's attack in for 1. I'm just not used to playing Spellstutters. Should have just flashed it in. That's my whole plan. Let's try to counter this. Did it work? They had a Defile. I guess they would have had the Defile anyway. So they can attack in for 2. think I sort of want to keep my creatures in play. All right, we're swinging. They have a Deadly Dispute. I think I'll cast down the Troublemaker Oof just to get it off the table. Play a Shambling Ghast. Okay. Kill this thing. It's interesting to see Shambling Ghast outside of like a combo-y shell. All right, my turn, finally. Okay, we have a Galvanic Blast, which is pretty good. They're at 13. Opponent attacking for 1 is fine. They Deadly Dispute the Ghast, so they're going to ping a creature. No, they create a treasure token. Okay. They play a Relic. Okay. Gets rid of a spell. My turn. Another Refurbished. Cast it. I don't think them discarding is going to bother them that much. They discard an Avenging Hunter. We attack for 3. They're at 10, so they're almost dead. Never mind. Lembas on the battlefield. They play a land, and how did they scry with the Lembas? Top. I guess they wanted the land. Suffocating Fumes. All Eviscers inside my Refurb. Find a double Galvanic Blast. Play my Krarky Clan Shaman out. Land. Pass the turn. To get rid of the lose focus. So I need another Galvanic to burn them out, but I don't think it's going to happen. Play a Shambling Ghast. They Deadly Dispute it. With an Eviscer's Insight. Kill my guy. Okay. Gets rid of a random spell. Plays another Relic. They're not cracking the Relic. Weird. So we have a Sneaky Snacker now. I'll play the Snacker. And play out a Krark-Clan Shaman. Just more threats. I'm trying to just eke to cross the finish line. They'll get rid of my Krark. Then I guess it's going to be Sprite here. They play a Crypt Rats. Okay. Gets rid of the Spellstutter Sprites. I guess I'm going to respond by sacrificing the Sneaky Snacker here. It comes right back, but then it gets killed again. We're going to just get rid of the Refurb. Get rid of the Spellstutter Sprite. Draw my 3rd card. They exile my graveyard. Let's play the Blood Fountain and pass the turn. We don't have enough power to close. Right now they're at effectively 12. We need 1 more Galvanic. Did I take a Galvanic out? So I could draw the Galvanic right now and kill them. I'd have to discard the Seed of the Synod, maybe? Discard the Seed of the Synod. Galvanic? They Relic it away. Okay, Lembas. Can I find the Seed of the Synod? I mean, Galvanic? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, not that. Come on. Refurb. Okay, that is damage. Refurb you. They discard a Swamp. I think the way that I win is with the Galvanics. They get in for 7. So we go to 9. They make us sacrifice a creature. Okay. I guess I don't want to play the Lembas. Let's pass the turn. The only way I win is by top decking Galvanic. They Relic away my creature. Playing to my outs. Come on, top decks. The Deadly Dispute could help me draw into it. Lembas can help. Come on. This is 2 looks. That's not enough looks. Bottom. Okay. GG. How far away were we? We tried to play to our outs. Couldn't get there. I would say that this deck requires a very specific set of skills, and that is a very, very tight play of grinding. Deadly Dispute. Podcast. Refurb. We were so far away from it. Unfortunate. Okay. Well, we ended up 2 and 3. I think most of the problems ended up being about just not having enough lands and like having a mulligan. Go to the right deck. It was pretty cool. It was a little bit too threat light for me. If you like this kind of thing, definitely try it out. It's succeeded in a lot of cases before. It might just not fit my playstyle. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you're # still listening, and we'll see you in the next one.